Hey guys, Cece back with another video, and for today's video we are going to do a declutter of my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. So if it's your first time watching me or my channel, just make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also make sure you go ahead and click the little notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you never miss any of my uploads. So I love doing declutters. It gives me like this sense of calm, y'all. It really does, because I'm getting stuff out of my collection that I really don't use. I can organize my collection better. I can see everything better, and it just helps my mental space. So here are all of my blushes. That's what we're gonna start with. Today we're gonna do blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, but I thought I would start here. I actually have the most blushes, I think. When I look at everything, I think I have the most blushes. So we're gonna do this format a little bit differently. I'm gonna give you a few seconds right now to comment down below how many blushes you think I have, how many highlighters, and how many bronzers. And I'm gonna tell you at the beginning of each section. Let me give you a couple seconds. So for blushes, I have 53. I can't remember how many I had at the last declutter time, but I feel like it was less because there's a lot that I added since the last declutter. I want to say I added this like Deck of Scarlet blush. A lot of these cream blushes I definitely added since the last declutter. So there's more here than I had before, but let's just go through them. I don't know how many I'm going to get rid of. I don't even really have a target number in mind because these are kind of like my faves. So I don't think I'm getting rid of many, but I don't know. We'll go through, we'll see. Stranger things have happened. Okay, as usual, let's pull out some that we know we're keeping off the bat. And one that I know I'm keeping is this NARS, what's this called? The Air Matte blush. This is in the shade Scandalous. How beautiful is this color right here? Like, so pretty. So that is a definite keeper. I also want to keep, so I have two of these e.l.f. Putty blushes, and these are honestly probably very close dupes to those NARS Air Matte blushes. So I'm gonna keep these. I have this one in Caribbean, and then I have this one right here, which I don't know what the shade is, but it's a very pretty color. And then let's pull out our Fenty cream blushes. You guys know these have been a staple of mine since I have gotten them. I don't use every single one of them though. Let me see. So this one is in Crush on Cupid. I really like that one for like spring and summer. This one's in Cool Berry. Ooh, y'all know this is one of my favorites. This one is Rose Latte, another favorite. This one is Summertime Wine. Oh, maybe I do use them all because I love that one too. This one is Strawberry Drip. This one I think I've only used once, but I want to keep it for the spring and summer. And then this one is in Fuego Flush. This one is the one that I probably won't ever use. I think I've used it once, swatched it once, but I'm going to go ahead. I can't get rid of this one right here. Okay, talking about some more keepers. I actually just got this. Merit Beauty sent over their starter kit. They are a new brand in Sephora, and they have some of the most beautiful products. So I'm definitely going to keep this guy. It was very easy to use. I've used it a couple times, and I love using it with my fingers. I'm in love with cream blushes these days, you guys. So you guys are going to see a lot of those come out of this collection. What do we have here? Let's pull open my MAC blush collection. I got rid of a lot of MAC blushes the last round of declutters. I think it might have been the round before. I got rid of so many MAC blushes because I just wasn't using them. And oh, do I only have two? Oh, apparently I only have two. I got rid of a whole bunch of them. So I'm keeping both of these. This one is in Diva Don't Care. Looks like I haven't even used it yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. And then this one is in Make You Mine, and I love that, so I'm keeping it. Next is the Patrick Ta blushes. She's Adorable is this one, and I love Patrick Ta blushes. This one is in She's That Girl, and this is a duo. So it is a cream and a powder. And then this one is in She's Seductive, and I feel like I'm keeping all three of these. Yeah, I'm keeping all three. This is not going well. I suspected it wasn't, but this is not going well. Let's open up these Hourglass blushes. This one, Mood Exposure, looks like that. What else do I have? I have Ethereal Glow, which looks like so. Dim Infusion, is that what that is? That looks like that. And this one is At Night, which I love. Oh, we have one more. Oh shoot, I have no room for all of them. This one is Diffused Heat, which looks like that. Off the bat, I think I can go ahead and get rid of this one, which is Dim Infusion. I can get rid of that because yeah, that's like a light pink. That won't even show up on my skin. So let's just get rid of that one. I love At Night, so I'm definitely keeping At Night. I like Mood Exposure too. I do. It's like a mauve-y shade, very light shades. Let's get rid of Ethereal Glow. I don't know that I need that. And then I have these two left. Diffused Heat. It's really light skin too. Okay, so I guess I'll just keep Mood Exposure. That was progress, right? All right, I have another cream blush. This is the Tower 28 cream blush. Love this blush, so I'm not getting rid of it. It's in the shade Golden Hour, and it is the most like beautiful, like orangey, peachy shade. Absolutely love that blush. So we're keeping her. I feel like I've had this blush for a long time. This is the Kat Von D blush in Heartogram. This is like one of my favorite blushes to pull out every year, but I feel like I have this same blush in several different shades and companies. Let's put her to the side real quick. We're just gonna put her to the side and I'll see what I find that looks like that. Oh, y'all know this is a favorite. The Shayla in ColourPop Under Construction blush. Like, I was obsessed with this blush for a very long time. Very pretty, and I'm keeping it. This is an Almay blush. This is the Healthy Hue blush in the shade Rubor. Yeah, we can go ahead and get rid of her. I have this Anastasia blush trio and Berry Adore. Love this blush trio. Look, this color looks almost identical to the Kat Von D blush. The one in the middle, do you guys see that? It's almost identical. Let's do a swatch. There they go. The Anastasia is a little deeper, but they're pretty close. They are pretty close. Look at that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the Kat Von D one. I think I can finally part with that. And then I'll keep the blush trio. You can actually find these a lot of the times. I see them all the time in like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So check them out. If you haven't gotten your hands on any of the Anastasia blush trios, you can definitely find them in TJ Maxx or Marshalls. A Kosas blush. This is in the shade Contra Chroma. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm or something. What is that? I can't use that. Why did I even keep that? Let's get rid of that. Another KVD blush. I'm definitely keeping this. This one's in the shade Poppy. Very pretty, bold, orangey shade. Love it for the summertime. I have another cream blush here. This is by the Beauty Shop. Palm Balm, and this is a cream blush. You're supposed to be able to use it, I think, on your cheeks, on your lips, a lot of different places. I'll probably never use this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. First of all, to use it as a blush, my brush would have to be super small. I guess I could use my fingers, but I have enough cream blushes, so let's let that one go. I do want to keep this Buxom blush. This is the Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in Ibiza. I've talked about this one a million times and I love it. Milani. I have two blushes from Milani. This one in Luminoso. This was like the NARS Orgasm supposedly dupe. I think I'm finally gonna let this go. This blush is like super old, and plus I have Orgasm. Like, why do I need the Orgasm dupe? Do I need the Orgasm dupe? I don't know that I do. I don't know that I do. What does this look like? This is the ColourPop blush in Meteorite. It doesn't have any sheen in it, but I try to look at my collection holistically and see like how how many drugstore blushes and how many drugstore products I have versus how many high-end products. And I really have a lot more high-end blushes than drugstore blushes. So that's why I like to keep some of them. But I feel like I never go into Luminoso anymore, and so I'm gonna let that go, but I will keep this ColourPop blush in Meteorite, and I'm also gonna keep this Milani blush here in Berry Amore. It's just so pretty, and this one's also old, but I really love this and I don't want to part with it. Rimmel Maxi Blush. This one's in the shade Wild Card. Love this blush. Very, very gorgeous, very inexpensive. She is a keeper. So is the Wet n Wild. This is one of the Wet n Wild blushes in Mellow Wine. This is one of those like staple blushes that everyone had back in the day, but for good reason. I mean, this is such a good, inexpensive blush. This is like under $5 and just one of the most gorgeous blushes I've ever laid my eyes on. So she's a keeper. Let's set out these NARS blushes. I have this one in Dolce Vita. We have this one in Gulu. I love Gulu. I have this one and this is Orgasm. Orgasm looks a hot mess. Look at the packaging. It's just a hot mess. Is it coming apart? Did it just crack? I think it just like came apart. Orgasm is really old, but I love Orgasm. This one is Sin. All of these are kind of old actually, and this one is in Luster. All of these are some favorite blushes of mine that I just like never want to get rid of, so I'm not, and I'm going to keep them. Yeah, y'all, look, that's how old this blush is. It definitely just cracked. Look at that. Okay, I think that was a sign. I should get rid of it. It definitely just cracked open right there. That is how old this blush is. But it's so good. Ooh, it even feels kind of hard. Okay, maybe I should. Oh, it's so pretty though. Orgasm was like the thing for a long time. Okay, I'll let it go. Fine, that was the push I needed. But I will be keeping these. I do want to also keep this Deck of Scarlet Mistake Proof blush. This is a cream or liquid blush that you just use the pump and you pump it out. You smooth it out on your skin. It looks very good, very natural looking flush. This one's in the shade Brazen and I really, really like this. Oh, I have another Wet n Wild blush. This is in Heather Silk. This is another, like I said, very inexpensive, beautiful, pigmented blush that you need in your collection. What do we have here? The Morphe Blush Trio. This is a really, really cute trio. Like, is it not like everything? It's very pretty and it's a keeper. Cover FX. This is the Spiced Cinnamon Blush Duo. Don't I have more of these? I know I have more of these. Now I feel like I have more blushes hiding somewhere and I don't know where they are. Anyway, this is a keeper. What do we have left? These cream blushes. I haven't even tried these yet. These are by Milani. These are their new supercharged cheek and lip multi-sticks. So you're supposed to be able to use them different parts of your face. So I want to keep those. And I also want to keep this stick by ColourPop. This is the blush stick. And this one's in the shade, I think 24-7 or 25-8, something like that is called. 25-8 is what it's called, and it looks like that. It's a very neutral shade, but it's like a peachy almost. So let's keep her too. All right, we're down to the last few. I have here the two e.l.f. blushes. I'm actually going to get rid of this one. This one is in the shade Constantly Bronzed, and this does not even show up on my skin. I don't even know why I've kept it this time, but let's let her go. But I do want to keep this one in Always Spicy. This was one of those Andrea Renee buys. She talked about this a long time ago, and I purchased it, and I have not been disappointed. I have the Ciate London Marbled Light Blush. I actually really do like this blush. I just feel like I've ran my course with it. Like, I want to try my hand at other shades. I feel like I have this shade in another blush, so I'm going to get rid of it. But it's a really good blush if you're looking for something of this color. Laura Geller, you guys, this is like my signature blush. This is the, oh, yep. I forgot about that. This is the blush, Blush and Brighten in Apricot Berry. I've had this for so long. This thing comes out and it's just such a nice blush though. I don't want to get rid of it. I forgot it came out like that though. But look at it. It has this beautiful like golden peachy. I'm still not getting rid of that because I really love it. And then I have this Juvia's Place. Is this a blush? I have a Juvia's Place? No, this is a bronzing stick. So this doesn't even belong in here. So there you go. So these are the blushes that we are getting rid of. We started out with 53 blushes and we are getting rid of 12. 53 minus 12 is 41, which isn't that great of an accomplishment, but you know what? We got rid of some, so I think that's good. These are just blushes that were not going to be used in my collection and have not been used traditionally in my collection, so I thought it was time just to pull the plug on them. So now let's jump into bronzers. All right, you guys, so let's get started on the bronzers. These are all of my bronzers. I'm just gonna leave them in these containers and then we'll go ahead and, you know, just pull them out randomly. All right, let's start with some keepers like we normally do. Definitely keeping the Charlotte Tilbury airbrushed bronzer. I have mine in the shade number 4. If you're my complexion, I would definitely go with shade 3. That would probably work better, but I got the wrong shade. I didn't take it back, but I love it and I'm keeping it. I also love this Makeup Revolution. This is the Revolution Glow Matte Bronzer. Such a good bronzer. Another one that I got a little too dark. I got it in the shade dark, so go a shade up if you are my skin complexion. Love the Deck of Scarlet Mistake Proof Bronzer. This is just like the blush where you spray it on. It's, I mean, oh my gosh, it blends out so well. Absolutely love it and love that concept. I also love the Tom Ford Cream Bronzer. I have been obsessed with cream products over the last like year. Cream bronzers and cream blushes have been kind of my thing. Something that I can go ahead and get rid of is definitely this Juvia's Place foundation stick. I didn't even know I had it, which means I wasn't using it. I probably won't use it. So let's go ahead and just get rid of that. But I was using it as a bronzer when I did use it. So we can let that go. I do want to keep this ColourPop bronzer. This is in the shade Soul. I'm sorry, this is the ColourPop Soul bronzer in the shade Dark. And that's what it looks like. It is the perfect bronzing shade for my skin tone. Very easy to use, very blendable. I would definitely recommend that as an inexpensive bronzer alternative. Oh, this is my duo from the Lip Bar. This is the Fresh Glow Bronzer and Blush Duo in the shade Boot Up and Wine and Dine. And I don't really use this that often. I did love the bronzer back in the day, but, well, not back in the day, but like last year, but I just don't find myself pulling this out very often. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her go. I'm also gonna finally let go of my Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick. Absolutely love this, but I just don't find myself reaching for it as I have found other contour sticks. But this is super inexpensive and such, that just made me wanna keep it, you guys. That seriously just made me want to keep it. Okay, fine. I'm keeping it. All right, let's move on to, this is the Black Opal True Color. This is the Skin Perfecting Foundation Stick. I got this in a deeper shade to use as a contour stick. Have I used it as a contour stick yet? I have not, so I'm going to let that go. The Hoola Toasted Bronzer. I really like the shade on this bronzer, but I have found that it gets kind of muddy and it just does not blend out as well as I would like. Also, I just don't like the packaging. I think this is the dumbest packaging in the world. These blushes, box blushes and bronzers, they're just not practical. And y'all, I wanted the Hoola bronzer to come out with something for us for so long, and finally they came out with these bronzers and I don't even really love them. I'm gonna get rid of it. I also have the KKW Dark Contour Stick. This is the stick side, and then this is a lighter brown contour side. Very nice shade. I like how slim it is, so I do want to keep that guy as well. I'm also going to keep my Guerlain bronzer in the shade Terracotta. I love that. My Gucci bronzer. we're keeping her as well. Gucci, actually, this is pretty red for a bronzer, but I'm gonna keep it. Well, it's a red bronzer is what I want to say, not red for a bronzer, but it's a very red shade, but I'm gonna keep it. I also have the, what is this, the dual ended contour stick by Believe Beauty. I used this like once, didn't I? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know, I can't tell, but we're gonna keep it for now. Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in Cappuccino. I love that and I want to keep it. I'm also keeping the Cover FX bronzer. This one's in the shade, what is this, Suntan Bronze. I really, really love this. All right, we're down to the last little container here. I have two Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palettes. One is in the shade Toffee Caramel, and this one is in, I don't know what the shade is because it rips off, but they only have two shades and it's just these two. So if it ain't Toffee Caramel, that's what it is. So this one looks like this. Obviously this is one that I've used a lot because I have hit pan, and this one looks like this. I don't pull these out too often, you guys. I really, really, really don't. But every time I get rid of them, I feel like I want them back every single time. It's happened like twice. I'm gonna keep one of them. Let's keep Toffee Caramel and let's get rid of this guy. Natasha Denona's Contour Sculpting Powder. I go in phases with this. I use it at times and then other times I don't. I'm like, I really don't love it. Then I use it again and I'm like, no, I really do love that and I want to keep it. I'm going to keep that for now. Let's just keep her for now. I'm keeping all of my Fenty bronzers. I have 4 of them. They stay with me at all times. I have the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Cocoa Naughty. We love her, right? Then I have the one in Caramel Cutie. We love her also. And then I bought 2 of the cream bronzers and one in Teddy, which looks like so. And then I have this one in Honey Glaze, which looks like so. Oh, y'all know we want to get rid of this one. This is the Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. How gorgeous is she? So we are keeping her. I have the shade Medium in this one, and it's actually pretty dark. I love this cream bronzer. It is so amazing. Absolutely love it, and I totally recommend it. Oh, and you guys, let me say, have I said this already? This is only my single or maybe double bronzers, blushes, and highlighters. These are not palettes. So I do still have bronzer palettes. I still have face palettes. I still have blush palettes, all that stuff. So you guys will see that in a separate declutter where I will declutter my face palettes. But these are just my single blushes, bronzers, highlighters. I just wanted to point that out. Moving on, the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour, little contouring palette. I like this. I just never, ever reach for it. So I'm gonna let it go. I have this NARS bronzer. This one's in the shade Punta Cana. I actually really do like this one, so I want to keep her. Morphe bronzer in Debutante. You guys, I really like this bronzer. It's just so tiny. I feel like it gets lost in the sauce and I never pick it up and I never use it. And how many drugstore powder bronzers do I have? Well, I'll get rid of it. Hourglass. This ain't even a bronzer. I don't even know why this is still in my collection. This is the Radiant Bronze Light. This don't bronze me. It don't. It's too light. I mean, it don't even show up. Like, look at that. Who is that bronzing? You tell me, because it ain't bronzing me. Look at that. That's a face powder. So we can let her go. Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. Y'all, this is so old. I need to go ahead and get rid of this. This is so old. And it's just like one of those staple products. This is one of those bronzers, like your first bronzer, high-end bronzer that you ever bought. This is her. And it's in the shade Deep 4. This is such a good bronzer. I just haven't used it in so long. I can venture to say I haven't used it in years because I haven't. But it's a really good bronzer if you're looking for another high-end bronzer to add to your collection. But I'm going to let it go. Oh, Tower 28. This is a nice cream bronzer. This is the bronzer. It's in the shade Bronzino. Very, very, very pretty bronzer. Very pretty. It's like super creamy too. This is like that summertime glow bronze. Seriously, that vacation bronze. I think I am gonna bring this on my vacation. Kosas. This is a nice bronzer. It's a baked bronzer, a little bit different of a texture. I don't pick it up too often. It's also a little deep for me. I'm gonna keep it. I do like it. I'm gonna keep it. We have, ooh, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one just smells like a vacation, like a coconutty drink. Definitely smells like a vacation, and we keep her. And last but not least, I'm totally keeping my Pure Cosmetics Matte Bronzer in Dark. This is the Bronzing Act Bronzer. One of my favorite bronzers, like ever, 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 ever. So for bronzers, we started out with 33 bronzers and we are getting rid of 9 of them. 33 minus 9 is 24. Still too many bronzers, but you know what? We're making progress. Let's move into the highlighters. Okay, y'all, so this is where I feel like the decluttering magic is going to happen. This is where it's gonna happen because I can already see several of these that I'm like, why do I still have these? Like, why are you holding on to stuff you know you're not even gonna use? That's how I'm feeling when I look at this collection. So this is going down. It's about to happen right here, all right? So I am starting off with 47 highlighters, and so I'm gonna try and get this down to like 37 because there's so many in here. I'm just glancing at them and I'm like, girl, you ain't using them. Stop fooling yourself. Quit it. So let's get started. First of all, I know I want to keep this one. This one's by Merit Beauty. I just did an entire video on their brand, which I absolutely love, and this highlighter was by far my favorite product, so she is a keeper. Too Faced. What is this? I ain't used this in I don't know how long. This is the Canary Diamond highlighter. I have no idea why I'm keeping this, but I'm gonna let it go. Iconic London Illuminator. I do want to keep this because I do want to do some foundation experimenting with different techniques and things like that with illuminators, so we are going to keep that. I also have this guy, which I haven't even taken out of the box. This is the Hourglass Vanish Flash Highlighting Stick. Like, I didn't even took it out of the box. That's how you know. What is happening here? It's pink. That's why I ain't used it, because it's pink. We're not going to use that. I'm just going to get out of the way. Y'all, we are not using that. It's not happening. Look at it. That's why I ain't take it out the box. So I'm just going to give that to somebody. Oh, NARS Tinted Glow Booster. Hello. You guys know this is my baby, and she stays with me. Fenty Beauty. This one is Penny For You Thoughts. I don't even know what to do with this unless I use it as an eyeshadow, but I don't use this. I don't use this. You guys, some of this stuff, like, I think I've used it twice. I'm gonna sanitize it and everything, but if you guys are interested in purchasing any of these, I'll put some of this stuff for sale because I know you guys have been asking me. I'll put some of this stuff for sale, so my email is down below in the description box for sales. So let me know if you want to purchase any of these and just email me. I'll let you know the price, and that'll be that. It takes too long to put it all on Poshmark, so that's why I don't want to do Poshmark this time around. I just don't have the time to put it all up there. But if you guys want to purchase any of these, just let me know and we'll talk. Anyway, I hate using this on camera, but this is the Laura Mercier Stardust Radiant Glow Palette. It's hard to find because it was limited edition, but it's so pretty, and so I'm definitely keeping it. I'm also keeping the Marc Jacobs. This is the Omega Glaze All Over Foil Luminizer in the shade Guilty. So gorgeous. You guys have seen me use this like 5,100 million times. I can go ahead and get rid of this. This is the Glazing Highlighting Gel by Butter London. Yeah, I'm not gonna use this. I'm not gonna use her, so she has to go. Whisper of Guilt. I will never get rid of this. I searched for this for years before they made this permanent in Max line. I will never get rid of Whisper of Guilt. I also don't want to get rid of this one. This one is called Baby It's Gold Outside, and this is the Patrick Starr highlighter with his collection with MAC, and it's just so gorgeous and I love it, and so we're keeping that one. This is by XX Revolution. It's in the shade Radio Wave. It's a little too dark for my taste, so I'm gonna let that one go. I think I only used that once, if once. Oh, I love this. This is Bronze Goddess Heat Wave by Estee Lauder. This is another one that I searched for a very long time before they made Heat Wave permanent. So we keep her. Uma Beauty. I'm keeping that. That's gorgeous, right? What is this? This is the Smashbox Involata Petal Metal Highlighter. I feel like I was only keeping this because the embossment was so pretty, but you know what? I gotta be practical. It has to go. Sephora Collection. This is the Sephora highlighter in the shade Golden Hour. That's pretty. That's cute though. Let's keep it. That's really cute. Hourglass. This is the Ambient Strobe Highlighting Palette. You guys, I don't really love this. I do not really love this. I would love for it to have a good home though. I've only used it like once or twice. Maybe like 3 or 4 times, but yeah. I would love for it to have a good home. Oh yeah, that one just doesn't, I don't really love it. This is one that I do love. This one's by ColourPop. It's the Super Shock Cheek highlighter in the shade Churro. Very, very pretty. So we keep that one. Oh, Becca Opal. You guys, have you heard that Becca is shutting down the brand? I feel like I heard that somewhere, that Becca is shutting down their brand. This, oh gosh. It's so soft and so bold. I just never use it. I never ever use Opal. And this used to be one of my signature highlighters, but y'all, I can't keep that. I gotta get rid of it. I can't just keep stuff for no reason. This is my new highlighter by Anastasia, the Iced Out highlighter. Very, very pretty. I used it in one of my last tutorials, so I am going to keep that. I'm also gonna keep this Killawatt, what is this called? Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. This one's an Afternoon Snack and Mo Money. This is by Fenty, one of my faves, hands down. Another Fenty Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I don't find myself reaching for this one as often as I used to. It's so pretty. I just don't reach for it as often. I think I can let that one go. I can finally let that one go. I have 3 of the Master, oh, just 2, my bad. Or is it 3? I thought I had a 3rd one over here. I do. 3 of the Master Chrome highlighters by Maybelline. This one is Molten Topaz. This one is Molten Peach. And this one is Molten Gold. I think all of those are worth keeping because these are like what elevated the drugstore highlighter game. Like Maybelline was like the first to take highlighter seriously at the drugstore. And I mean, there's been no looking back ever since then. Fenty Beauty Cognac Candy. I feel like this is more of a body bronzer, so I'll keep it for now, like a body highlighter. I might take that on vacation with me. The e.l.f. highlighter, this one's in the shade Bronze Gold. Very pretty. We can keep that. I like that by e.l.f. Wet n Wild, this is the Gold Bar highlighter. I haven't seen this in a long time. Ooh, that's nice and gold though. She cute though. She real cute though, but I feel like I got 20 of these. So let's let it go. Hourglass, another highlighter in Euphoric Strobe Light. I'm just not a huge fan of the Hourglass highlighters, to be honest. I love like everything else with them, but just not a huge fan of those, so I'm gonna let it go. Anastasia, this is one of their original highlighters, y'all. This one's in the shade Riviera. I got this years and years and years ago, but I'm gonna keep it because I love this color. All right, Laura Geller in the shade Ballerina. I think this is a gorgeous shade. I've just had this for so long and I don't find myself reaching for it, so I'm gonna let it go. Oh, I do like this one though, by KKW Beauty. This is a highlighter in the shade Tempting. This is a very, very pretty highlighter, so I'm gonna keep her. I'm sitting here trying to decide if I should keep these. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. I think those would go pretty in. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Okay, that's cute. The Jordana, this is the Glow and Go Creamy Strobing Stick. All right, this one I definitely can get rid of because I do have my one from Merit Beauty, even though that just like, oh, that's cute. Why am I not using these more? Why? I don't know. Fenty Trophy Wife. You guys, I don't think I've ever used that. This was like her like 30th birthday limited edition trophy wife. I'm not going to use that. Let's get rid of it. This is the number 7 shimmer palette in the shade Bronze. This is so pretty, but you cannot get it anymore. This is like one of my everyday highlighters that I use, and I don't use it on camera because I can't link it because you can't get it, but it's so gorgeous, so I'm keeping it. I'm also gonna keep my Essence Pure Nude Sunlighter and Be My Sunlight because you guys know how I feel about this guy. Under $5, gorgeous pigment, just beautiful. The Destiny and Katie by Dose of Colors highlighter. This one's in the shade Chasing the Sun and it is so pretty, so we're going to keep her. My Amrezy highlighter by Anastasia. She's gorgeous. Let's keep that. Juvia's Place. This is the, what is this? The Tribe Highlighter Volume 2. This is another really, really pretty highlighter that I want to keep. All right, Pure Cosmetics and Barbie. This was so pretty, like so pretty. I just never reach for it. Plus I can't link it because it's limited edition. So I'm going to let her go. Oh, I love this. The Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in the shade Mirage. I use that all the time. I love, love, love that highlighter. Bobbi Brown. This one is in Bronze Glows. You guys remember this? Like YouTube, the YouTube makeup world went crazy over that bronzer or highlighter. Oh, that's still pretty. That's still really pretty. Can you still get this, I wonder? That is so old, y'all. Let's let it go. It's so old. This is a Morphe highlighter in the shade Spark. It's one of those minis, and I don't really pick it up, but that's pretty, but I don't really pick it up. Ofra, this one stays with me. This one's in the shade Blissful. Absolutely love this. Absolutely love that highlighter. Two more. Oh, I love these. Catrice, this is the 3D Glow highlighter in the shade Warm Embrace. I talk about you guys, so here we go. These are our final declutters of our blushes, bronzer, and highlighters. We are getting rid of 17 highlighters. 47 minus 17 equals 30. So we actually did really, really, really well, okay? We're gonna get rid of some Pure Cosmetics, Bobbi Brown, Jordana, Fenty Beauty, a couple of those, oh, 3 of those, Morphe, Laura Geller, Too Faced, Smashbox, Hourglass, Wet n Wild, more Hourglass. What is this? This is Butter London, Becca, more Hourglass, and Makeup Revolution. 17 highlighters, and I think we did pretty good today. I cannot wait to reorganize my entire makeup collection with my new whittled down numbers because it's just gonna make everything look so much better and feel so much better and really make me want to use the stuff that I have. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel, watching this video, supporting me. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.